Decal, so many decal. Too many decal can make you confused, especially if you don't know the type and how to use it. In this tutorial, I will tell you the types of decals that are available, both those that you can get directly from the Gunpla box or those that you can get separately, and of course how to use it. With us, Alice Kingdom. If you are wondering why I rarely show my face lately, it is because my left eye is not so good that it is not worthy of being seen by the fans. And also the front camera of the cell phone that I usually use for recording is getting obsolete. So if you want to donate Samsung S21 to me, don't hesitate, just let me know. Let's start from the first decal. This is a normal decal, or people usually call it sticker. This kind of decal is usually used to give color on the missing color on Gunpla parts. Usually it has a metallic background like this. For how to use it, there is nothing special. You just have to peel off the decal using your finger, or for a fancier way, you can use the tip of a hobby knife. Or if you want to look more professional, you can use tweezers. As for how to apply it, come on dude, have you never used a sticker in your life? If not, you should question your life. Next is a decal that is almost the same as the previous decal, but this decal has a clear background. This type of decal is usually used to add detail or marking to the Gunpla so that it can enhance the appearance of the Gunpla. This type of decal is my least favorite decal. You will understand after seeing the result. The unique feature of this decal is that it already has a pre-cut pattern around the marking and has a base in blue, yellow, or any color. To peel this sticker by hand seems a bit difficult, and don't let your fingerprints make an imprint on the adhesive. This will reduce the stickiness, so I suggest you combine the fancy and professional methods. Use a hobby knife and tweezer. Then paste it on the desired part. You can press the decal with your finger or with the help of a cotton bud to make the decal stick perfectly and make sure there is no trapped air. This is the result. My Gunpla cry when I use this. Looks so unrealistic. It was obvious that this was a sticker. If there is a war robot that has a marking that looks like this, it deserves to be used as a sacrifice. Another disadvantage of this type of decal is its strong stickiness, so it needs precision when applied. Once applied, it will be difficult to adjust the position. It can be overcome by using water. Peel the desired decal. Dipping it in water. The wet decal will make it easier to adjust its position. When it is in the right position, dry it using a cotton bud. Actually, you could overcome the unrealistic impression from this decal, which is by cutting the transparent part, like this. the result is better, but I use this method as a last resort. If there are other types of decal, I will not use this decal. Next is the dry transfer decal. This type of decal is usually obtained from Gunpla Master Grid. You won't see any pre-cut pattern around the markings. It has transparent background and come with something like a paper behind. First, you have to cut out the marking you need. The shape of the cut doesn't matter as long as you don't cut the other markings. When cutting this decal, make sure that additional sheets are not separated or that your decal will stick to your cutting mat. You can use a hobby knife or scissor, whatever you comfort with. Next, place it on top of your desired place. Then rub gently to move the marking to the desired place. One of the difficulties with this decal is to make it stay in its position, because when it already transferred and you misplace it, it cannot be fixed. To solve this, you can use something like masking tape to fix the position, like this. After you adjust the position, wrap the decal. You can peel the decal a little to take a peek if all the marking already transferred to the Gunpla. And that's how it's done. In my opinion, this is the most realistic result, but unfortunately, I haven't found this kind of decal sold separately, and you will only get a little from Gunpla box. Next up is the water slide decal. This one is manufactured water slide decal. You can see the pre-cut marking pattern finely, though you can just take the marking of the base. And this one is a self-printed water slide decal. This type of water slide decal doesn't have a pre-cut pattern. Yes, because this is a homemade decal, and you need some advanced technology to make a pre-cut pattern. How to use a water slide decal? First, you have to prepare a mark softer and a mark setter. You can use other brand and types. It doesn't matter as long as the function is the same. The function of the mark setter is to increase the stickiness of the decal, while mark softer is to make the decal softer, as the name suggests, so that it's easier to follow the contour of the Gunpla surface. These two items are optional, but for best result, you will need them. I do apologize if the appearance of container is not good, because this mark setter and softer is very long lasting. Some even say you only need to buy them once for a lifetime. First, separate your desired marking by making a cut around it. Next, dip it in water for a few seconds and wait for another few seconds. After that, you can see the marking can be slid around. Now you can transfer this marking to the Gunpla. Before transfer this marking to your Gunpla, apply mark setter to Gunpla surface. Any method of transferring your marking will work. First method, you can call it brutal method by using a finger. After transferring the marking, you can adjust its position. Or a fancy method by slide it using tweezer. When it fixed, you can swap the excess of those wet thing by using cotton bud. Even without applying Mark Softer, you can see the difference between this decal and decal above, which is normal and crepe transparent decal we have discussed earlier. You can also apply some Mark Softer to make the edge less visible. Please remember this Mark Softer and Mark Setter only work with water slide decal. They won't do anything if you use it on any other type of decal. Let it sit for a few seconds so the Mark Softer can do its job by soften the decal. Then swap the excess of those white thing again using a cotton bud. By using Mark Softer, it can make the decal easier to follow the shape of the gunpla part. You can also spray a clear coat of your choice to make the marking blend perfectly with your gunpla. And that's all tutorial about decal. I hope I already answered all of your questions about decal. And there is also self-printed water slide decal. If you want me to show you how to make it, don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss when I make a tutorial about this. Goodbye. Alice greetings.